What do you consider medical nutrition therapy? Is low FODMAP an example, or are you
Mhm.
referring to something more specific? So I'll give you the exact definition. So medical nutrition
Mm.
therapy is a treatment that uses nutrition to help manage or treat health conditions. So if
Mhm.
you have a health condition and then you're going to go, okay, I'm going to use this, let's say food, but typically it's a protocol. Typically it's a very science-backed protocol, especially if you're working or if you're in the hospital working with a dietitian. Yeah, then you're using food to then help with that condition. A low FODMAP diet is definitely MNT, medical nutrition
Mhm.
therapy,
Because
right?
it's using nutrition to help manage or treat a disease. IBS is now
Hmm.
considered a disease. For a long time, it was considered a disorder. But
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. You are using this altered way, this evidence based altered way of eating in order to help alleviate symptoms or even put that disease or disorder
Hmm.
into remission. So, absolutely, a low FODMAP diet is. Somebody is asking about
Mm.
low histamine. So
Ooh.
this person saying this topic is so overwhelming as I am struggling with a possible diagnosis of MCAS, mast cell activation syndrome. I have been told to try and follow low histamine.
Ooh.
So low histamine is indicated in more and more research as medical nutrition therapy for histamine intolerance, mast cell activation, even in some cases, dysautonomia, disorder of the autonomic nervous system. So, yes, both of those are considered to be medical nutrition therapy. Now, what gets interesting is some medical nutrition therapy can be used as more of a lifestyle. Some of it is used temporarily. The data showing a low FODMAP diet in its entirety is supposed to be used acutely, a short period of
Mhm.
time, 6 to 8 weeks at most. And then you're trying to reintroduce things. You could be on kind of a light FODMAP diet if you need to be, although now we know we have tools to help you break down the FODMAPs once you identify which FODMAPs you don't do well with. So that's a short term medical nutrition therapy. If someone does have a chronic condition like mast cell activation syndrome or even let's say PCOS that somebody's really struggling to manage, you might need to stay on a low histamine way of eating for mast cell activation. You might need to stay on an altered carbohydrate diet for PCOS. So you really want to kind of understand that. Like, is this a chronic long-term condition that I'm going to be dealing with? Or is this something I can put into remission?
Mm.
Type 2 diabetes, we know you can put into remission.
Yep.
IBS, you can put into remission. Even some autoimmune conditions, you can put into remission. So
Mhm.
that's when you use that medical nutrition therapy, that MNT, to get to that remission point.